Corporate governance and ethics. Objectives. Define corporate governance and explain why it used to monitor and control managers' strategic decisions. Explain why ownership has been largely separated from managerial control in the corporation. Explain why good ethics is good business and strategic management. Discuss specific ways that firms can be good stewards in a natural environment. Define an agency relationship and management opportunism and describe their strategic implication. And describe how corporate governance fosters ethical strategic decisions and the importance of such behavior on the part of top-level manager. Corporate social responsibility, CSR and tourism. CSR is defined as the integration of social and environmental concerns into business, operations, and stakeholder interactions. The Global Code of Ethics for Tourism is a key guideline for business to implement CSR measures. Corporate Social Responsibility, CSR. CSR involves ethical and non-commercial responsibilities of businesses relating to the society and long-term shareholder value. Successful CSR implementation contribution to sustainability. Example, like Sandals and Starwood, hotels demonstrate CSR initiatives aimed to improving consumer loyalty, conserving resources, and community development. These initiatives also address social problems. Benefits of CSR. Companies embracing CSR generally experience higher reputation, increased brand image, sales growth, and improved consumer loyalty. They tend to fare better financially than those who don't prioritize CSR. La Rosa's Pizzeria is cited as an example of company that benefit from community support. Effective CSR implementation. Successful CSR requires more than senior management's directions. It needs involvement at all levels of the organization to address high costs and ensure program success. Energy-saving measures in hotels are given as an example. CSR and organizational strategies. Andrew D. Agostino saying that incorporating CSR into organizational strategies enhances competitiveness while helping to solve problems. Sustainable Development Goals. Number 1, no poverty. 2, zero hunger. 3, good health and well-being. 4, quality education. 5, gender equality. 6, clean water and sanitation. 7, affordable and clean energy. 8, decent work and economic growth. 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. 10, reduce inequalities. 11, sustainable cities and communities. 12, responsible consumption and production. 13, climate action. 14, life below water. 15, life on land. 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. And last, partnership for the goals.
The hospitality industry faces unique ethical challenges because they provide services worldwide and face tough competition in changing travel trends. Sometimes they do not have enough staff, leading to more ethical problems. This report will discuss these problems and how good management can help solve them. Ethical challenges. One of the ethical challenges is the labor issues. Many hotels struggle to balance the cost of hiring sufficient staff with the need to avoid overworking employees. Switching to labor-intensive programs without increasing staff can lead to employee burnout and workforce injury. For example, a hotel might opt for a self-service check-in system to reduce staffing costs, but this could increase the workload on existing employees. Business ethics versus profit. Companies often face a difficult choice between maximizing profits and upholding ethical standards. Some might prioritize profits, potentially neglecting ethical concerns like environmental sustainability for fair labor practices. A hotel could choose cheaper, less sustainable cleaning products to save money, but this could be harmful to the environment. Corporate governance. Corporate governance provides a framework for ethical decision-making and accountability. It involves oversight, checks, and balance to prevent unethical behavior. This could include independent audits and strong internal control systems. Next is accountability. Aligning company actions with stated ethical goals. This requires clear policies and procedures and mechanisms to hold individuals accountable for their actions. Last is control. Auditing and approving organizational decisions to ensure ethical consistency. This might involve regular review of company policies and practices. Understanding corporate governance and social responsibility. Corporate governance is about how a company is run and managed. It's a system of rules, practices, and processes that ensures a company acts ethically and responsibly. So this report will explore different models of corporate governance and their impact. Here are the two models of corporate governance. First is the shareholder model. The shareholder model of corporate governance is a traditional approach that prioritizes the interest of the company's shareholders or the owners above all else. The core principle is that the primary responsibility of a company's management is to maximize shareholder wealth. This is typically achieved by increasing the company's profitability and share price. Example: imagine a company considering whether to invest in a new environmentally friendly equipment. Under the shareholder model, the decision would primarily depend on whether this investment would maximize shareholder returns. If the cost of the new equipment outweighs the potential long-term financial benefits, the company might choose not to invest even if it would be better for the environment. The stakeholder model. This approach recognizes that companies have responsibilities to a wider range of stakeholders, including investors, still important but not the only focus, employees, fair wages, safe working conditions, opportunities for growth, customers, quality products and services, honest dealings, community, environmental protection, social responsibility initiatives, and suppliers, fair treatment, ethical sourcing. The stakeholders model emphasizes collaboration and communication between all these groups. It aims for continuous improvement, accountability, and engagement. The role of Board of Directors. So the Board of Directors plays a vital role in corporate governance. Traditionally, board members were mostly involved in day-to-day management. Importance of an effective Board of Directors. So a company's Board of Directors is responsible for overseeing its management and ensuring it operates ethically and effectively. Shareholders and their influence. Shareholders are the owners of a company. Their involvement in governance varies. Activism. Some shareholders become very active in pushing for changes they believe will benefit the company. So this could involve advocating for specific policies or challenging management decisions. Example is an activist investor pushing a company to adopt more sustainable practices. So the increasing influence of large institutional investors and shareholder activism means companies must be more responsive to shareholder concerns. So risk management. Risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, and controlling risk that could harm the company. So this involves internal controls. Internal controls are policies and procedures designed to prevent errors and fraud. Examples is requiring 2 signatures on all checks over a certain amount. And external audits. External audits is an independent review of a company's financial statement and internal controls. Risk assessment, evaluating the likelihood and potential impact of various risks. Example is analyzing the potential impact of a natural disaster on a company's operation. A good risk management helps companies anticipate and mitigate problems, protecting their assets and ensuring their long-term success. Financial misconduct. So the 2008 financial crisis highlighted the dangers of inadequate risk management and ethical lapses. Subprime lending practices where loans were given to borrowers with poor credit led to widespread defaults and financial instability. So this was partly due to conflicts of interest, loan officers receiving commissions for securing loans regardless of borrowers' ability to repay. Unethical behavior. So appraisers inflating home values and consumer falsifying their income to quality for loans. This example show how poor governance and risk management can have devastating consequences. Executive compensation. So how executives are paid is a big issue in corporate governance. Some argue that high salaries and bonuses incentivize strong performance. So others worry that excessive pay can lead to unethical behavior, with executives prioritizing personal gain over the company's long-term health. Example, an executive might push for short-term profits even if it means cutting corners on safety or quality to boost their bonuses. Corporate governance around the world. Globalization and increased communication have led to a worldwide effort to improve corporate governance. Organizations like the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or the OECD, have created guidelines promoting fairness, transparency, and accountability. These guidelines aren't strict rules but encourage countries to adapt them to their own situations. Example, a global company might adopt a code of ethics that applies to all its operations worldwide, but it might adjust certain aspects to comply with local laws and customers. The future of corporate governance. Several forces are pushing companies towards a more stakeholder-focused approach to governance. This means considering the interest of employees, customers, communities, and the environment, not just shareholders. Governments also have a crucial role in creating a strong regulatory environment to support good governance. So, example, a company might invest in renewable energy sources, even if it's more expensive than fossil fuels, to reduce its environmental impact and show social responsibility. So, in conclusion, effective corporate governance is vital for a company's success and stability. The 2008 financial crisis serves as a stark warning. The global movement towards better practices, coupled with increased stakeholder focus, is essential for business building trust and ensure long-term sustainability. Strong government oversight also plays a critical role in preventing future crises.
Ethics training and communication. Purpose. An organizational compliance program needs ethics training and communication to educate employees on ethical standards. Benefits. Makes employees aware of resources and support system. Empowers employees to ask true questions and make ethical decisions. Effective training needs on employees' understanding of the program purpose and their individual rules. Should relate to the real-life situation. Examples include role-playing and simulations. Regular refresher training is beneficial. Training goal. Ensure employees recognize ethical dilemmas, understand organizational values and culture, and evaluate the impact of decision on the company. Establishing system to monitor and enforce ethical standards. Methods. Audits, service reporting system, and investigation. Ethics Helpline provides assistance with ethical concerns, interprets company policy, and serves as a safety net. Should be easily accessible and confidential. Observation and feedback. Role-playing and questionnaires can reveal perception of ethical performance and identify areas for improvement. Whistleblower attempts. Historical negative, often resulting in job loss or retaliation. Some whistleblowers receive positive outcomes, but this is not guaranteed. Continuous improvement of the ethics program. Implementation. Design activities to achieve organizational objectives, considering available resources and constraints. Decision-making structure. Centralized versus decentralized. Structure influence ethical decision-making. Organizational ethics program. Organizational ethics programs are essential for promoting ethical conduct and building trust with the stakeholders. The needs of organizational ethics program. Self-interest. Some individuals will always act in their own self-interest. Pressure to succeed. The pressure to succeed can create opportunities for unethical behavior. Loss of trust. Corporate ethics crises have endured public trust.
The nature of business ethics, a comprehensive guide. So, the business ethics is a vital aspect of any organization, encompassing the principles and standards that guide individuals and groups in their business dealings. It also goes beyond simply following the law, delving into the moral implication of decision and action within the business of world. So this guide explored the nature of business ethics, its foundations, and common ethical issues, the ethical decision-making process, and the importance of organizational ethics program. So foundation of business ethics, where law and morality intersect. So the foundation of the business ethics lies the recognitions that line between legal and ethical issues can be blurry. So while the laws establish minimum standard of behavior, ethics then go and further demanding actions that are morally right, even not legally required. For example, the company might choose to pay its employee a living wage if not mandated by law, because it's aligned with their ethical values of fairness and social responsibility. So this demonstrates the business ethics is about doing what is right now and not just what is the legal. Common ethical issues in business, navigating moral dilemmas. So ethical issues in business are diverse and can arise in various contexts, impact individuals, organizations, and stakeholders, and some common and ethical issues includes the abusive or intimidating behavior. So this encompasses a range of behavior that from physical threats to verbal abuse, from creating and hostile work to the environment. For example, the manager who is constantly belittles or insult employees by creating a culture of fear and engaging in unethical behavior. So lying. Lying is business can take various forms include white lies and lying by commission and lying by omission. For example, a salesperson might instigate and benefits products, goals, and deals, or company might omit crucial information about the products and risks. So conflicts of interest. This arise when the individual face choice between advancing their own interests by those of their organization or those other group. For example, to purchasing manager might choose a supplier who offers them personal benefits even if not best of option for of their company. Fraud. So this encompasses any false communication intended to deceive or manipulate other for personal gain. And for the example, of course, the company might inflate its financial reports to attract inventors, or the salesperson might create a fake customer reviews to boost sales nila. So discrimination. So despite legislation, discrimination remains to significant ethical issues in business. So often of the base of race, gender, or other characteristic. For example, the company might hire only men for a particular rule even if qualified women apply. And technology and privacy advancement, and the technology have introduced the new ethical challenges related to the data privacy and online communication. And for example, the companies might collect and use personal data without user consent, diba? And or they might engage in target advertising that exploit vulnerabilities nila. Understanding the ethical decision-making process. The individual factors, so we have moral philosophies, individual apply principles, or the rules known as moral philosophies to determine right and wrong. So some common moral philosophies includes the consequentialism. So they evaluate decision based on their consequences. For example, the company might decide to pollute a river to maximize the profits, and even if they harm the environment, because the economic benefits outweigh for environmental damage. So egoism focuses on the consequences for the individual prioritizing self-interest. And for example, the employee might take credits for colleagues for work to advance their career. So the utilitarianism seek the greatest good for the greatest number of the people, employee, cost or benefits analysis. And for example, the company might decide to lay off the employees to reduce the cost of even if hurts those individuals because benefits the company and its shareholders. So ethical formalism. So the ethical formalism is emphasize the right of individuals and the right intention behind the action regarding of their consequences. And for example, if the company might refuse the sales or the product to the customer, even if the profitable because it believes the product is harmful. So justice theory relates to do evaluation of fairness and addressing perceived injustice. And for example, the company might implement a pay equality program to ensure that all employees are paid fairly regarding to gender or race. So stages of moral development by Kohlberg's theory suggests that individual progress through stages of moral development. So the influencing their ethical decision. The lower stages and individuals are primarily concerned with avoiding punishment or gaining reward, while the higher stages, and they also focus on universal principles and justice. And distributive justice, they evaluate the outcomes of the ethical business of their relationships. And procedural justice, they assist to process use the achieved outcomes for the making. And last is interactional justice. So they evaluate the communication process for the involved. The need for organizational ethics program. So organizational ethics program are essential for promoting ethical conduct and build the trust with the stakeholders. So here's some comments of so self-interest. So some individuals will always act in their own self-interest, even if means compromising ethical principles, and they also pressure to succeed. So the pressure of to succeed can create opportunities as individuals might get corners or engage in questionable practices to meet performance targets of them. And we have also loss of trust. So corporate ethics crises have eroded public and trust the businesses, making it essential for organizations to demonstrate their commitment or the ethical conduct for them. Compliance orientations. So they emphasize the legal rules and penalties and focusing on preventing illegal behavior. So this approach is often seen as reactive and can create a culture of risk and mistrust. And values orientations, they focusing on development shared values and ideals by creating a culture of the ethical behavior. And their approach is more proactive and aims to promote ethical decision making by the fostering and sense of the responsibility as commitment to the ethical principles. And codes of conduct. So codes of conduct from a formal statement outlining an organization expectation of its employees to provide their guidelines for ethical behavior. So they have typically covers topics such as honest, integrity, fairness, respect, and compliance with the laws and the regulations. And core values. Core values common includes the trustworthiness and respect, responsibility, and fairness, and caring, and citizenship. So these values should be embedded the organization culture and guide by their decision making at all levels. Ethics officers. So ethics officers has ranking individuals responsible for overseeing ethical programs by providing the ethical guidance to investigate the violations and ensuring the compliance, or they serve as a resource for the employees who have ethical concerns and to help to create and culture ethical awareness. And responsibilities. Responsibilities providing for the ethical guidance, investigating the violations, and ensuring the compliance. So upholding the ethical standards within an organization requires to dedicated approach, and one crucial element is a team or department tasked with providing ethical guides and investigating violations and ensuring the compliance. So they also investigate any reported or suspected breaches of this code, gather evidence, and or interviewing the witnesses and determine the exact for the violation. For the example, imagine the software company committed to the data privacy. So if an employee accidentally shared sensitive customer data with an unauthority external party, so the ethics team would investigate the incidents, determine how the data was shared, and they also take steps to prevent future violations or potentially strengthening data security protocols and reviewing the employee training.
Chapter 10, Total Quality Management Systems, Hospitality and Tourism Management. Objectives. At the end of the chapter, the learner should be able to, number 1, develop an understanding of total quality systems, which are defined as the functions or activities within an organization. Number 2, examine the concept of systems thinking, which is critical to the application of quality, because it supplies organizational linkages that help to align various functions in order to meet the needs of customers and other stakeholders. Number 3, study the role that quality plays in each component of a firm's rendition of services and business support systems. Number 4. Develop the view of a service system that focuses on lateral relationships as opposed to the traditional hierarchical view of organizations. Number 5. Differentiate between production and service organizations as well as their similarities and to highlight the differences in service organizations that must be addressed when designing and implementing quality assurance systems. Number 6. Show that quality in manufacturing and quality in services must be approached differently in terms of employees' responsibilities and type and use of technology. And number 7. Understand how total quality has been adopted in government, healthcare, school systems, and universities, not just for profit in manufacturing and service organizations. Total quality management. T. Involving the entire department of the company. It means that everyone in a company, from the CEO to the newest employee, is involved in making sure the company delivers high quality. It's like a team effort, where everyone works together to achieve the same goal, providing excellent products or services. It's not just about one department or a few people. It's about the whole company working together to strive for the best. Quality. Achieving customer service all the time. Quality is the heart of the whole idea. TQM is about making sure that everything a company does is high quality. TQM is about doing things right and doing them well so that customers are happy and the company succeeds. Management. Maintaining a high level of quality in every sector. The M is about creating a culture where quality is everyone's responsibility, and management plays a key role in making that happen. Critical service factors of TQM. Number 1. Commitment by top management. Top management must demonstrate a strong commitment to TQM principles and provide the necessary support for its implementation. Number 2. Meeting customer expectations. Organizations must consistently meet and exceed customer expectations, adapting to evolving needs and demands. Number 3. Customer focus. A customer-centric approach is crucial, ensuring that all organizational efforts are aligned with customer satisfaction. Number 4. Team development. Investing in employee development and fostering teamwork is essential for continuous improvement and a customer-centered culture. Number 5. Customer-centered culture. Organizations must shift from a product-centered to a customer-centered approach, prioritizing customer needs and values. Number 6. Quality message dissemination. Effective education and training programs are essential to communicate the importance of quality and promote a culture of continuous improvement. Number 7. Teamwork and involvement. Fostering a collaborative work environment where employees feel valued and empowered is critical for TQM success. Number 8. Benchmarking and employee involvement. Organizations should benchmark their performance against industry best practices and involve employees in identifying areas for improvement. Number 9. Clear mission and employee empowerment. A clear organizational mission and empowered employees are key to driving continuous improvement and achieving quality goals. Number 10. Recognition and awards. Recognizing and rewarding employees for their contributions to quality improvement efforts is essential for motivation and engagement. Number 11. Training and development. Investing in employee training and development is crucial for equipping them with the skills and knowledge necessary to implement TQM effectively. Total quality management in tourism and hospitality. Customer focus. Customer focus means putting the customer at the center of everything you do. It's about understanding their needs and wants and then working hard to meet or even exceed their expectations. Customer focus in TQM is about building strong relationships with your customers, earning their trust, and ultimately making them happy. Number 2. Continuous improvement. TQM emphasizes ongoing improvement efforts to achieve higher levels of performance. This involves identifying and eliminating errors, reducing variations, and fostering a learning organization. Number 3. Get things right first time. Proactive approach to quality management aiming to eliminate defects and errors from the start. This involves continuous review and improvement of processes, communication, and problem solving. Number 4. Just in time. A technique that aims to satisfy customer needs by delivering products or services at the right time and in the right place without waste. So competitive benchmarking is an important tool in TQM that helps companies stay competitive and continuously improve. Number 6. Employee involvement. Encouraging employee participation at all levels in decision making, problem solving, and achieving organizational goals. This fosters a culture of responsibility and ownership, leading to improved quality and customer satisfaction. Number 7, teamwork. Creating a collaborative work environment where employees work together to achieve common goals. Number 8, training and education. Investing in employee training and education to enhance their skills and knowledge related to quality management. This empowers employees to continuously improve their job performance and adapt to changing business needs. Number 9, communication. Effective communication is crucial for avoiding misunderstandings, reducing costs, and building strong interpersonal relationships. Recognition awards are about acknowledging and celebrating the efforts of individuals and teams who contribute to quality improvement. So feedback is used to make changes and adjustments to processes, products, or services to improve quality. The philosophy of TQM in simple words is all about putting customers first and continuously improving everything you do to make them happy. It's a way of thinking that says, customers are the most important. Everything you do should be focused on meeting their needs and exceeding their expectations.